everybody, welcome back to the Nomad Remnant channel. We're here in the garage gym. We're going to be talking about the two rifle theory and why every Minuteman should have two rifles. This is my personal theory. Others may have similar theories, but we're going to talk about why you should have two rifles. Both should be able to run the same suppressor. You could have two suppressors of the same one. Two is one and one is none. And I do approach every bit of my Minuteman preparedness from a prepper standpoint. So some of my philosophy of being prepared in preparedness and prepping bleeds into my Minuteman philosophy. So this is my first go-to rifle, which is going to be my number one. I've done videos kind of talking about these two rifles quite a bit. As you know, this is a Geissele Super Duty upper, complete upper, and then I built out a Griffin Mark II lower with all the Geissele parts, Geissele buffer, everything that a Geissele Super Duty would have, this has. Except I do have a back plate that is a little bit improved because we can mount right on there our sling. So sometimes I do kind of like having the sling this way. So I wanted to have a QD on my sling. And that's a little tight for me. That's pretty nice. All right. So the two rifle theory, I do suggest have either two of the identical same rifle. I do think that you obviously should go with the 12.5. I think the 12.5 is the best option for the civilian battle rifle. I always say it is terrain dependent. So if you're in some place in the country where mass amounts of open spaces, your rifle might be a 12.5 6.5 Creedmoor or a 16-inch 5.56. So you definitely are not tied to one type of rifle. I'm not that kind of person. I think that you should have the rifle that fits your surroundings and what you could be expecting. For me, it's the 12.5 5.56. Yes, I have kind of the full gamut on here. This rifle is not a heavy rifle. It's absolutely super light. I can do all kinds of carrying maneuvers with it, and I can also take off my magnifier if I want to and make it a little lighter. But as you know, if you follow this channel, I do go back and forth between the LVPO with the top mounted red dot. I haven't found a great location to put a laser on this setup. I think the only real valid place to put it would be at the end of the gun. But then having a bipod, a flashlight, a laser, the end of this would get fairly heavy. That's kind of why I think it would even be better if it was a 12.5. This is a 13.9 pin and weld. This is a 12.5 SBR. With that being said, these are my two rifles. And I do have the capabilities of running both very proficiently and efficiently. I've trained with both of them for quite a while. I do feel like the LVPO red dot is my favorite setup. That's kind of why I wish I had two 12.5s, and I'd probably run that predominantly. But getting to things. The two rifle theory is that if your main rifle goes down, you have a backup. So this is also a Geissele Super Duty upper, literally built out the same way, same lower. I could swap uppers, swap lowers. Basically everything is interchangeable on these two rifles. I could swap optics, charging handles, and my manual of arms would be pretty much the same. Granted, different optic setups, and that's something you might want to do or might not want to do. I actually like the capability of having one scoped, one red dot. One if I think I'm going to be experiencing something closer in, another one if I'm going somewhere for observation purposes and I want more magnification, more PID. I do prefer the LVPO overall. I think it's the best optic setup for me. Yes, I think the ACOG is probably the best battle optic, but I like having more magnification than 4X. If I only needed 4X, I mean, this is a 5x magnifier right here, so that's my theory. But the 2 rifle theory, I think you should have 2 rifles very similar to each other, that you're good with both of them. You know your holds with both of them. Yes, the holds on these are obviously different because we have different optic setups. So you need to train with both of your rifles. And if you don't have time, granted, I've had a few years to plan these out, but if you feel like you don't have time, just clone the one that you're good with. Take that one that you do know the holds, virtually clone it, and that's probably the smartest thing that you could do. Also with the 2 rifle theory, is very similar to that, is having multiple pistols. This is why I'm a Glock guy. I'm not somebody, and I think the dudes who like, I have an Echelon, a CZ75, I have a Glock 45, I have a 320. Obviously, we would all love to have just tons of different firearms because it's fun to have a bunch of different ones and it's very cool. But from a preparedness standpoint, Glocks, like the Glock 47 and the Glock 19, you can literally make a 45, a 49. All the parts are interchangeable except for the barrels on those 2 guns. So really, the best option is like a Glock 19 and a Glock 45 because every single part on the entire firearm is interchangeable with each other, including the barrels. These are things that if you are into preparedness more than just into guns, these are things that you should consider, you should be mindful of, and I think you should make a note of it and make an effort to have your own supply chain. And that means that you're capable of going a certain time without your stuff breaking down, or with the capabilities of you being able to maintenance your own equipment. That's my philosophy on the whole thing. 2 rifle theory, 2 pistol theory, and honestly, you could even scale that up and have 3 go-to rifles, 3 go-to pistols. With pistols, I think you could have more because you can, well, you could have 4 rifles and begin to hand things out. You could hand out a kit setup. I think you should do the same thing with your battle belt. I think you should have a battle belt and a backup battle belt. That's just my theory. 2 is 1, 1 is none. This is a Preparedness Minuteman channel, so hope you enjoyed the video. Be mindful of some things, give you some stuff to think about. If you have any questions, put it in the comments below. If you become a channel member, greatly appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Nomads out.